Shalom. Sons of Yahweh Camp, Durham, North Carolina. Here to prophesy, as we always do, the downfall of America. What we're going to do today is we're going to, first of all honor and praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashan, Yahawashi, Barakatah, and to all the brothers that's out there on the highways and byways and doing sit-down lessons, bringing forth this truth. So, as sons of Yahweh, as we always do, we speak on current events, past events, and always the downfall of America. So there's a lot of things that's happening in this earth, and it's crucial to the salvation of the Israelites, the salvation of the Israelites, and also the downfall of the Israelites. So as you see that's going on currently, that's going on in the Esau's media, with the Trump issuing the National Guard in Washington, D.C., that's a precursor to what we've been bringing out years ago. Mm. So now, as we see, because everything is being exposed now in these last days, and Brother Vidal's lesson just brought out about the angels being black, and so everything is being unfolded in these last days to let our people know that America doesn't have a lot of time left. And so, the Most High is letting you know that America doesn't have a lot of time left. So while our people not taking this truth seriously, the Most High is showing signs and letting us know that we embarking on the end of America. And my lesson today is martial law, lockdowns coming, and this is where we are. Because this is a precursor, because Trump is just started off with Washington, D.C., New York, Boston, Philly, L.A., Chicago, Houston. All of these cities basically is going to be on lockdown. And we spoke about concentration camps years ago. People made fun of it, made mockery, and now you see in these last days that things is happening. And, Trump saying that the crime rate in D.C., but actually the crime rate in D.C. has decreased, So if that was the case, he would have sent troops to Memphis, because Memphis has the highest crime rate in America. But he didn't send troops there. He sent them to D.C. Mm-hmm. Why? Because that's where the laws are made. And so, and we're going to get to it. We're going to get into we have an article that's going to explain why the National Guard was brought in. And we're also going to go into the scriptures, let you know the time frame that we're in. So, Brother Karab, if you will call out the title of the article, and let's get in with the lesson.
All right, this is from naturalnews.com. All right, the title of the article is Trump Eyes Federal Takeover of D.C. in Push for Law and Order Amid Rising Chaos. All right. It reads, Federalizing D.C. President Trump proposes deploying the National Guard under Section 740 of the D.C. Home Rule Act, placing local police under federal control to combat crime and urban decay, with plans to expand to Democrat-led cities like Chicago and New York City.
So basically, he's letting everybody know that these areas, these blue states, that's Republican-dominated, like Philly's next. Philly, they didn't mention Philadelphia, but Philadelphia, New York, every place that has a Democratic politician that ruled democratically, they will end up sending the National Guard. They already had it in L.A. early in the year, and so now you see it's going to D.C. So things is heating up, and it's speeding up according to the bibliography. Go ahead.
Political backlash. Critics warn of authoritarian overreach, comparing the move to a police state.
So it's talking about martial law. That's what a police state is. Martial law is coming to a city near you. Go ahead.
While supporters argue it's necessary to restore order amid rising unrest and economic instability ahead of the 2026 election.
So they already letting you know what's about to go down. So that's why they already deployed the National Guard, because they know they're going to crash the financial system here in America. So all of this is on the horizon. You got the collapse of the financial system that's coming, and also the concentration camps and martial law, 15-minute cities, and lockdowns. All of this is coming. Go ahead.
Economic crisis parallel. Trump's tariff policies and potential gold revaluation risk, hyperinflation, and dollar devaluation.
You already see that now with the hyperinflation, with the tariffs that Trump has imposed on the other nations, and you can feel and see the effects of that right now. So they're going to crash. We've done numerous lessons letting you know that they're going to crash the financial system because they have to reset this system. Okay?
With hints of drastic measures like Social Security cuts and a shift toward a gold standard economy.
See, right now, what that means is that the United States dollar is not backed by physical gold. It's not backed by anything. So basically, it's a worthless piece of paper. That's what that is telling you. Go ahead.
Global tensions escalate. The plan coincides with U.S.-Russia standoffs.
Didn't Putin and Trump just had a meeting in Alaska yesterday? So this article, I think, was written August 12th. So we're right, this is right up to date on what's going on right now. Go ahead.
The plan coincides with U.S.-Russia standoffs, BRICS alliance growth, and NATO nations preparing for conflict.
So they already know that a war is imminent in this earth. While everybody in America is, trying not to take heed to the prophecies of what the Israelite brothers is bringing out. They focus on sports, they focusing on entertainment. Things is really happening behind the scenes, and this is why we're here to bring you this information so you won't be blindsided when you see these things happen. When you see military in your neighborhoods, there's a reason for that. Go ahead.
And NATO nations preparing for conflict.
So they preparing for conflict because they know a war is imminent in this earth. Go ahead.
Signaling broader geopolitical instability amid Trump's aggressive tactics.
So as you can see, since Trump has taken office, he has been very stern in dealing with the NATO powers and also Vladimir Putin and Vladimir Zelensky. Go ahead.
Legal and social fallout. Courts may challenge DC's autonomy. Democrats condemn the move as dictatorial. And analysts urge civil preparedness for potential economic collapse.
The economic collapse. That's what's on the horizon. They know what's about to happen. They put everything in plain sight. But see, you all distracted with sports, you're distracted with entertainment, and you're distracted with foolishness and nonsense. These things is coming to fruition as we're reading it to you. Go ahead.
Framing this as a pivotal moment for federal power in a bold and unprecedented move. President Donald Trump has proposed federalizing Washington, D.C., deploying the National Guard under Section 740 of the D.C. Home Rule Act. The plan, framed as a crackdown on crime,
that's just a masquerade. That's what they claim that it's for, but it's really not. It's really for the issue in martial law and for the lockdowns of the cities. That's what it's really for. But they can't tell you that, so you have to read between the lines, and that's what we read to you. Go ahead.
The plan, framed as a crackdown on crime.
Framed as a crackdown on crime. That's what it's framed as. Go ahead.
And, quote, urban squalor, marks a dramatic escalation in federal oversight, with Trump suggesting similar interventions could follow in Democratic-led cities like Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles. Critics warn the move edges toward a police state, while supporters laud it as necessary to restore order amid rising civil unrest and economic instability. The announcement delivered in a recent video statement, emphasized reclaiming the capital from, quote, bloodshed and bedlam.
So I didn't see any protests or bedlam at the U.S. Capitol. Have you, brother, seen that?
No.
So read that again. So they straight up lying to you and telling you why they sent the troops into D.C. They straight up lying to you. They're not going to tell you that the troops that they sent in is for martial law because they're about to lock down these cities. That's the real reason why the troops are there. Go ahead.
The announcement, delivered in a recent video statement, emphasized reclaiming the capital from, quote, bloodshed and bedlam, tapping into Trump's broader law and order narrative ahead of the 2026 election.
See, they didn't even bring in the National Guard on January 6th.
Right.
What was it? What year was that? Was it last year?
2020? No,
Yeah.
2020.
2020.
We lost.
Right. So they didn't even bring the National Guards in. But now you want to bring it in, but there's no protest going on in D.C. as far as bedlam as they make it seem.
Right.
Mayhem and chaos. There's none of that. Now they got a homelessness problem in D.C., but that's extends throughout entire America.
Actually, they make it. Trump said homeless is a crime now. You get locked up for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's locking people up for that. Like, especially in D.C. too. And I think he's making that a matter across the country. But anyway, he said an executive order making homeless a crime. And if you don't leave the streets, they give you a warning. You leave the streets in due time, they're gonna lock you up. That's an executive order. That's real. Yeah, that's real.
Well,
he's gonna put you in a concentration camp. Yeah, one of those concentration camps. Yep.
See, this is they not telling you the full story. You know, they gonna lock these cities down. Everybody's gonna go back on lockdown. Because, you know, this is what this article is saying, and they trying to make it look like it's something to prevent crime, but crime has been going on since Esau came into power.
Right.
They haven't curtailed any crime, and crime is going to continue to exist. So this is just a masquerade of Esau setting up what we've told you years ago, martial law. They already got the concentration camps ready for you. So they just need a false flag event to be able to jumpstart in locking people up. And it's about to happen. And we see it because they put everything in the media in plain sight. But the average person without spiritual eyes, they're not going to get it.
Right.
You know, they look at it as the government of the United States is actually doing something to prevent crime and things of that nature, but it's not. We know just by understanding Esau and how Satan works that they always put things in plain sight, and we have to decipher what's real and what's fake. So now, to coincide with the scriptures, to coincide with the article, we're going to get into the scriptures and to prove what's going on in this article. So, Brother Karad, call out the first scripture, please, sir.
This is the
book. Hold on. Give me Revelation 12 and 12 first. 12 and 9, excuse me.
All right. Yeah. But Revelation chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil.
That old serpent that was back during the time of the Garden of Eden, spreading his wickedness and his deceit. That same serpent, go ahead.
Called the devil.
Devil means deceiver.
And Satan.
The spiritual demon Satan, the white man's daddy. Go ahead.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Which does what?
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Which does what?
Which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
So that's what he does. I mean, he deceiveth the whole world by setting up these programs. You're saying, hey, this is going to be beneficial to the American people. We're going to do this to help the American people. We're going to have all these programs and things of that nature to benefit the American people. The key word is American people because that's what they always use to suck you into their deceit. And as you can see, is to deceive the whole world. Okay, go ahead, Brother Corral.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
So this is where we are in the earth, perilous time. We in the time where you see Esau setting up all these different things that's against, and mainly the things that he's really doing is against the Israelites. Because he knows, when Brother Goodall just went over in his lesson, that the next kingdom of rulership belongs to us. So basically, what he's doing is he doesn't want to give up the birthright.
Right.
The birthright is for the nation of Israel, and future rulership is for the Israelites. So what is he trying to do? He's trying to prolong his rulership upon the earth by setting up all these different programs and all these different laws and legislations that he does. This is all a smokescreen because he knows that he has but a short time left. Go ahead.
This is
Read that again.
Read it again? Okay. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
So in the last days, we're going to see perilous times. And you already see lawlessness. Nobody honors the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. So basically Esau is setting up that police state martial law so they can control the narrative. That's what they have always done, and they want to continue to do that. So what you do, the best way to do that is you set up a police state, because that's how you get people to conform to what you want them to do. And this is what they're setting up, because they're gonna crash the financial system. We told you that many years ago, that they're gonna crash the financial system, and the article explained that. That's on the horizon. Because they're not dealing with real money here in America, which they haven't dealt with real money. So that's on the horizon. And so when the financial system collapses, you're going to have complete anarchy in the streets throughout this earth in America. And that's why they're starting this already. Because they letting you know, because they already know that the financial system will collapse. Go ahead, Doc.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
So this is what we need to do. You have to measure the time that we live in diligently. You got to look